Hey there, curious minds! Welcome back to Let Me Share a Fun Fact, where we dive into the most mind-blowing, fascinating, and downright unexpected bits of knowledge from around the world. Ever wondered how Iceland keeps warm using volcanic energy? Or how a lone leopard seal can outsmart its prey in the icy waters of Antarctica? Maybe you'd be surprised to learn that Baobab trees can hold thousands of liters of water, turning them into real-life desert survivors. And that's just scratching the surface. Stick around as we explore the hidden secrets behind ancient Roman cities, the clever hunting strategies of Orcas, and even how delivery drones are changing the way we get our packages. Trust me, you won't want to miss a second of this. So, grab a seat, and let's jump into some of the most fascinating facts you never knew you needed. Birds that remember faces, pigeons' surprising ability to recognize humans. Pigeons aren't just city dwellers scavenging for crumbs, they're also surprisingly perceptive when it comes to recognizing human faces. Studies have shown that pigeons can differentiate between friendly and hostile individuals, remembering who feeds them and who shoos them away. This ability is thought to be a result of their sharp vision and complex cognitive processes. It's similar to how they navigate vast distances using landmarks and even magnetic fields. This skill might have evolved as a survival mechanism, allowing them to distinguish between threats and allies in urban environments where they coexist closely with humans. So, the next time you see a pigeon that seems to be staring at you, it might actually be trying to remember whether you're the person who gave it breadcrumbs or chased it off last week. It's a fascinating glimpse into the intelligence of birds, often underestimated, and a reminder of how our actions might be more closely watched by the animal world than we realize. Why pandas eat bamboo for up to 14 hours a day? When you think of pandas, the image of them munching on bamboo probably comes to mind. But did you know that these adorable bears can spend up to 14 hours a day doing just that? The reason is simple: their diet is extremely low in nutrients. Despite having the digestive system of a carnivore, pandas are almost entirely herbivorous, with bamboo making up about 99% of their diet. To compensate for the lack of energy in their meals, pandas must consume around 26 to 84 pounds of bamboo every day. This constant feeding is necessary to sustain their energy levels, as they need a lot of food to maintain their hefty size. Their days consist mainly of eating and sleeping, with little time for anything else. While it might seem like a laid-back lifestyle, it's actually a full-time job for these bears just to stay alive. It's an unusual dietary adaptation that makes pandas one of nature's most charmingly inefficient eaters. Japan's secret to longevity, a life expectancy like no other. Japan is renowned for having the highest life expectancy in the world, with many of its citizens living well into their 80s, 90s, and beyond. What's behind this impressive longevity? A big part of the secret lies in the Japanese diet, which is rich in fish, seaweed, vegetables, and rice. Unlike many Western diets, Japan's cuisine emphasizes light, balanced meals that are naturally low in calories and high in essential nutrients like omega-3 fatty acids. Fish, in particular, plays a significant role, providing heart-healthy benefits that contribute to lower rates of heart disease. But diet isn't the only factor. There's also a cultural emphasis on regular physical activity, community support, and mindfulness practices like meditation and tea ceremonies. The sense of ikigai, or a reason for living, is another key element, helping people maintain purpose and positivity throughout their lives. Together, these factors create a holistic approach to health, making Japan a unique case study in the pursuit of a long, fulfilling life. The origin of sushi, a 2,000-year-old tradition. Sushi might be a staple of Japanese cuisine today, but its origins trace back over 2,000 years to a very different culinary purpose. Originally, sushi wasn't about fresh fish served with vinegared rice, but rather a way to preserve fish using fermented rice. This technique, known as narazushi, started in Southeast Asia and gradually made its way to Japan, where it evolved into the dish we know today. By packing fish in rice, ancient peoples could keep it fresh for extended periods, taking advantage of the natural fermentation process. Over time, the Japanese refined this method, eventually creating the Edomi-zushi style in the 19th century, where raw fish was paired with seasoned rice for a quick, flavorful bite. the transition from preservation to cuisine marked a turning point, making sushi a global sensation. It's a perfect example of how food evolves with culture, turning necessity into artistry and creating a delicacy that's cherished worldwide. Sperm whales, giants with the biggest brains on Earth. The sperm whale is not only a giant of the ocean but also boasts the largest brain of any animal on Earth, weighing up to 20 pounds, 9 kilograms. This massive organ powers a complex social structure and communication system that rivals even some of the most intelligent land animals. Sperm whales use a series of clicking sounds called codas to communicate with each other, creating intricate patterns that serve as a form of language. These codas are unique to different groups of whales, almost like regional dialects, allowing them to maintain bonds within their pods. Their large brains support not only communication but also deep-diving abilities, helping them hunt for squid and other prey thousands of feet below the ocean's surface. These whales can dive over 3,000 feet, about 900 meters, and stay underwater for up to 90 minutes. Their impressive brains have helped them survive and thrive in the deep sea, making them one of the ocean's most remarkable creatures. Poison dart frogs, nature's tiny, lethal guardians. Poison dart frogs might be small, but they pack a powerful punch. Found in the tropical rainforests of Central and South America, these vibrant amphibians are among the most toxic animals on the planet. Their brightly colored skin serves as a warning to predators, signaling the presence of potent toxins. Some species produce a poison so lethal that a single frog can carry enough venom to kill up to 20,000 mice or 10 humans. Indigenous people have even used the toxins of certain species to coat the tips of their hunting darts, hence the name poison dart frog. The source of their deadly potency lies in their diet. They consume ants, termites, and other insects that contain toxic alkaloids, which they then store in their skin. Interestingly, poison dart frogs raised in captivity without access to their natural diet do not develop these toxins, showing how their environment plays a crucial role in their deadly defenses. Despite their dangerous reputation, these frogs are a vital part of their ecosystems, helping control insect populations while adding a splash of color to the rainforest. Hey, enjoying these fun facts so far? If you're loving this deep dive into the world's most fascinating secrets, why not join our community? Hit that subscribe button so you never miss out on more amazing content from Let Me Share a Fun Fact. We've got plenty more curious discoveries and surprising stories lined up, just waiting for you. Go ahead, click subscribe, and let's keep this adventure going together. Iceland's geothermal wonders, a sustainable heating solution. Iceland is a land of breathtaking landscapes and extraordinary natural phenomena, but one of its most remarkable features lies beneath the surface. Thanks to its volcanic activity, Iceland has access to abundant geothermal energy, which supplies around 90% of the heating needs for its homes. This clean, renewable energy source involves tapping into the Earth's internal heat, using steam and hot water reservoirs to warm houses and power industries. The hot springs that dot the Icelandic countryside are more than just tourist attractions, they're also a crucial part of the country's energy infrastructure. Geothermal heating is a major factor in Iceland's status as one of the most sustainable nations in the world. The system not only reduces the country's carbon footprint but also keeps heating costs low for Icelanders. It's a model for what's possible when a country embraces its natural resources for the benefit of both its people and the planet. Iceland's geothermal prowess serves as an inspiring example of how we can work in harmony with nature to build a greener future. Leopard seals, the agile hunters of the Antarctic. Leopard seals are some of the most formidable predators in the frigid waters of the Antarctic. Known for their speed and agility, these sleek hunters can reach speeds of up to 25 miles per hour, 40 kilometers per hour, in the water, making them one of the top predators in their ecosystem. With their powerful jaws and long, slender bodies, leopard seals are capable of chasing down prey like penguins with ease. They often employ stealthy tactics, lurking beneath ice floes or near the edges of colonies, waiting for a penguin to dive into the water before launching a swift, decisive attack. Their diet isn't limited to penguins, they also feast on fish, squid, and even smaller seals. Despite their fearsome reputation, leopard seals are solitary creatures, spending much of their time alone in the icy waters. Their ability to thrive in such harsh conditions and dominate their hunting grounds makes them a fascinating example of adaptation and survival in the wildest reaches of our planet. The American bison, a conservation comeback story. The American bison, a symbol of the Great Plains, nearly disappeared from the landscape in the 19th century. Once numbering in the millions, bison were hunted to the brink of extinction for their hides and meat and to clear land for railroads and agriculture. By the late 1800s, fewer than 1,000 bison remained. But thanks to the efforts of conservationists, Native American tribes, and government programs, these majestic creatures have made an inspiring comeback. Today, there are hundreds of thousands of bison roaming protected lands and ranches, a far cry from their once near-extinct status. They now inhabit national parks like Yellowstone, where they play a vital role in maintaining the balance of the ecosystem. The story of the American bison is not just one of survival, but also of collaboration between people who recognize the importance of preserving this iconic species. It's a powerful reminder that with determination and the right resources, we can help nature recover and thrive. Costa Rica, a paradise of biodiversity. Costa Rica might be small in size, but it's a giant when it comes to biodiversity. This Central American country is home to about 5% of the world's total biodiversity, an astonishing feat considering its relatively tiny land area. Costa Rica's lush rainforests, cloud forests, and coastal ecosystems host a vast array of wildlife, from howler monkeys and jaguars to countless species of birds, reptiles, and insects. The country's varied climate zones create habitats for everything from tropical orchids to sea turtles that nest on its pristine beaches. What sets Costa Rica apart is its commitment to conservation. Over a quarter of its land is protected in national parks and reserves. This dedication to preserving nature has turned the country into a top destination for eco-tourists and scientists alike, eager to explore its natural wonders. Costa Rica's success in protecting its natural heritage serves as a model for other nations, showing that it's possible to balance economic growth with environmental stewardship. Pompeii, the ancient city frozen in time. In 79 AD, the bustling Roman city of Pompeii was buried under a thick blanket of volcanic ash after the catastrophic eruption of Mount Vesuvius. The event was so sudden and powerful that it preserved the city exactly as it was in its final moments, turning Pompeii into a time capsule of ancient life. For centuries, the city lay hidden beneath layers of ash, until its rediscovery in the 18th century. Today, Pompeii offers an unparalleled glimpse into the everyday lives of its inhabitants, from the lavish villas of the wealthy to the humble dwellings of common citizens. Visitors can walk through streets lined with bakeries, temples, and even graffiti left by the city's residents. The preserved ruins reveal details like the remains of meals, intricate frescoes, and even the tragic positions of those caught in the disaster. Pompeii's story is a haunting reminder of nature's power and the fragility of human life, but it's also a priceless window into the rich culture and history of the Roman Empire. Orcas, the master strategists of the sea. Orcas, or killer whales, are known for their intelligence and complex social behavior, but perhaps their most impressive skill is their ability to hunt as a team. These apex predators use sophisticated strategies to take down prey, including seals, fish, and even larger animals like sharks. Orcas often work in coordinated groups, using a variety of tactics to outsmart their targets. They've been seen creating waves to knock seals off ice floes, working together to corral schools of fish, and even using a form of spy hopping to scan for prey above the water's surface. What makes orcas particularly fascinating is that different pods have their own hunting techniques, passed down through generations like cultural traditions. Some pods specialize in hunting fish, while others focus on marine mammals, demonstrating a level of adaptability that's rare in the animal kingdom. Their ability to communicate and plan makes them true master strategists of the ocean, turning each hunt into a coordinated effort that rivals even the most advanced human hunters. The Baobab tree, nature's water tank. Baobab trees are truly unique, not just for their iconic shape but for their remarkable ability to store water. These massive trees, native to Africa, Madagascar, and parts of Australia, can hold thousands of liters of water within their thick, spongy trunks. This natural reservoir allows them to survive through long periods of drought, making them well adapted to the arid climates they often inhabit. During the rainy season, baobabs absorb water and store it in their trunks, which can swell dramatically. When the dry season hits, the tree draws on this stored water to keep itself alive, a feature that has earned them the nickname the Tree of Life. Local communities have long relied on baobabs for water, using simple methods to tap into the trees during droughts. Beyond their practical uses, baobabs play a central role in many cultures, featuring in myths and legends as symbols of strength and resilience. These ancient giants remind us of the incredible adaptability of life in even the harshest environments. Cusuco National Park, a biodiversity haven in Honduras. Honduras is home to one of the most biologically diverse places on Earth, Cusuco National Park. Tucked away in the country's northwest, this park is a treasure trove of unique flora and fauna, including species that are found nowhere else in the world. Cusuco is particularly famous for its amphibians, reptiles, and insects, many of which remain relatively unexplored by science. The park's cloud forests, mist-covered and rich with life, provide a perfect habitat for creatures like the rare jewel scarab beetles and endangered frogs. It's not just the wildlife that makes Cusuco special, its landscapes are equally breathtaking, featuring cascading waterfalls, dense forests, and dramatic mountain views. The park is also a critical part of regional conservation efforts, serving as a research site for scientists studying climate change and habitat preservation. Yet, despite its natural riches, Cusuco faces challenges from deforestation and illegal logging, making it a key focus for environmental protection efforts in Honduras. How delivery drones work, the future of fast shipping. Delivery drones are changing the way we think about getting packages from point A to point B. Equipped with GPS, cameras, and advanced sensors, these drones can navigate through the sky with precision, avoiding obstacles like trees, buildings, and even birds. Programmed to follow predetermined routes, they deliver packages to specific locations, often with pinpoint accuracy. The drone sensors help them adjust their flight path in real time, allowing them to adapt to changing conditions like wind or unexpected obstacles. Most delivery drones use electric motors, making them a more environmentally friendly alternative to traditional delivery vehicles. While the concept of flying packages straight to your doorstep might sound futuristic, it's already becoming a reality in some parts of the world, where companies are using drones to deliver everything from food to medical supplies. These aerial couriers promise faster delivery times, particularly in remote or hard-to-reach areas, and could revolutionize the logistics industry in the coming years. Vietnam's coffee culture, second in the world, first in flavor. Vietnam is known for its rich coffee culture, and it's no wonder it's the second largest coffee exporter in the world, right behind Brazil. The country's journey with coffee began in the 19th century when French colonists introduced coffee plants to the region. Since then, Vietnam has developed its own distinct coffee traditions that reflect its culture and climate. Unlike the light, floral notes of some other coffee-growing regions, Vietnamese coffee is typically dark, bold, and often served with sweetened condensed milk, creating the iconic Sa Sua De, or iced milk coffee. In the highlands of Vietnam, particularly in areas like Buon Ma Thuot, coffee plantations stretch as far as the eye can see, producing millions of tons of beans every year. Coffee shops are a common sight in Vietnamese cities, serving as social hubs where friends meet and business deals are made. For many Vietnamese, coffee is more than just a drink, it's a daily ritual that brings people together. Cuba's unique economy, a nation without convertible currency. Cuba stands out in the world for many reasons, but one of its most intriguing distinctions is its currency system. Unlike most countries, where foreign exchange is commonplace, Cuba has strict regulations that make the use of convertible currencies illegal for everyday transactions. Instead, the Cuban economy relies heavily on two types of pesos, the Cuban peso, CUP, and the now phased-out Cuban convertible peso, CUC. For years, the CUC was used primarily in tourism and certain state-run businesses, while the CUP was the currency of choice for locals. However, as part of recent economic reforms, the CUC was officially retired, leaving the CUP as the sole legal tender. This move has significant implications for how money circulates within the country, influencing everything from wages to the prices of everyday goods. It's a system that reflects Cuba's unique political and economic history, shaped by decades of embargoes, state control, and a desire for economic independence. How communication satellites work, connecting the world from space. Communication satellites are the unseen heroes of modern connectivity, making global communication possible from thousands of miles above the Earth. These satellites receive signals from ground stations, such as radio, TV, and internet data, amplify them, and then retransmit them to other locations around the globe. Positioned in geostationary orbit, around 22,000 miles, 35,000 kilometers, above Earth, these satellites remain fixed over a specific point, ensuring continuous coverage for specific regions. Their ability to bounce signals over vast distances allows for real-time communication across continents, supporting everything from live television broadcasts to global internet networks. Each satellite is equipped with powerful transponders, which receive and transmit signals back to Earth. This technology has revolutionized how we communicate, making it possible for someone in New York to speak with someone in Tokyo as if they were in the same room. It's a marvel of engineering that has brought the world closer together, shrinking distances and making information accessible to even the remotest corners of the planet. And there you have it, folks, incredible facts that show just how wild and wonderful our world really is. From the unique ways nature adapts to survive, to the cutting-edge technology that shapes our future, there's always something new to learn. If you enjoyed these fun facts, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. We'd love to hear from you. Drop a comment below letting us know which fact blew your mind the most, or maybe even one you already knew. Was it the story of the American bison's comeback, or perhaps the mystery of Cuba's currency? Let us know! Thanks for watching, and stay tuned for even more surprising facts on Let Me Share a Fun Fact. See you next time!